Right, I'm going to do, it's my first video, but also my first, oh the light's a bit rubbish, also my first squirrel, or first anything I've dissectimated, so, it's even worse. So bear with me, there'll probably be a few fingers chopped off in the process, so here we go. I think that has to come off. That was easier than I expected. I think they have to come off. Oh! That shot me in the nads. Okay. Right, that's them off. Now, I'm using try a scalpel. So I haven't got the kit really for doing this, so I'm going to try a scalpel. If that didn't work, I've got a Stanley knife. If that didn't work, me teeth. I've been watching a few videos really to give me an idea what I'm doing, but I don't really know what I'm doing. I can see a few stab wounds coming on here before the day is out. If I get into this, I'll get some proper kit. It said go along the line between I'll change the blade on that, I think that's weak. Blunt. Change the blade on that. For another one. How does that work? Like so. Right. Oh, that's better. I bought the scalpels because I wanted to take some. I tried to sell a leather jacket and it had tassels, and no one wanted it with tassels, so I cut the tassels off. I think I sold it.
His issue.
What was
just one pushing it?
Wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Showing it. Oh.
Here we go.
I get the skin off.
Yeah.
Got on his feet.
Yeah, they just lobbed them off.
Oh yeah. Keep them, they're lucky.
No, I'm not doing that for him. It wasn't quick enough to get away from the cars. I'm bound to cut myself. And I watched one video. They say the longer you leave it, the worse, the harder it is. Well, this has been dead a couple of days. So you're in the pictures. You're in the light bulbs. So you're making a video rubbish. What do you say? What do you say, fella? Another what for what?
Another blade for that.
Yeah, I got blades. Yeah, I got. That's for that knife. Oh, it's done. Did I do it myself, or did I just do that? Oh well.
There we go. So
it says come to there. And this one, I think I took too much leg off. See, I have very little leg left. Perhaps I should have taken less of it off. So this is my prospective new hobby. Just to do something. Normally, I'm in the shadow, I'm in the light. I normally just work on Harleys. As much as that's good fun, you do it every day, it kind of becomes the norm. So I thought I'd try something new for a change. There you go, you can go that way rather than the way that everyone else goes. I don't want to lose the fur, that's the mistake I'm probably making. But this squirrel I found on the road, I think, on the way back from the school run. And I have to say, I live in the Forest of Dean, and I probably see a dead squirrel on the road every day. I don't know why they got so poor road sense. but they obviously have. I mean, the sheep are worse, they just stand in the middle of the road, they don't even attempt to get out of the way. That's sheep for you, isn't it? Right, bring that now down there to what he called the, I think he called it a vent. Oh, that's that bit done. So now I got to get this off. Oh, I don't know what this video footage is like. I think I'm probably in the way of it. But I'm trying to do it with a little tripod. If this works, I might do a better one with a better setup. Probably better from that side, wouldn't it? But I'm not. My hands aren't in the way. How's that look? There you go. Right, there's his gonads. Fair set he's got. Must be my son. Must be related to me somehow. There's his. Oh, is that his tail? No, I don't think that's his tail. I think that's his tubes. There's always something I've got to get down to his tail, which is there. I think I've got to get behind something. Oh, I've got to start an inch there, he said. On a video. If I could think of the guy's name who I've been watching, I'd give him credit for getting the information off his YouTube channel, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. But what I will do, if I do put this on YouTube, I'll put a link to his video if he's okay with it. So just to give him credit for having watched him. Somehow I've got to get a bit of tail exposed so I can yank it. But just an inch, he said. So there he is, that's the tail. That's the tail there. It's not free. It's not. The next thing I'd like to learn, the reason I'm doing this, is to tan it. What I would do with a squirrel skin, and I have no idea. But hey, this house is full of things I've got no idea to do with. I've got 3 children for a start. I think you just got to get behind there and then pull that, ouch, out of there. There you go. Ah, I pulled half of it with it. That's a bummer. Never mind. I don't know why that happened, but I shall have to find out for next time. And what everybody else seems to do from here is just tug it. What's that there? Is Winky? Don't know. I think what I'm doing wrong here, I think I'm pulling the meat off, not the... I've got his gonads in my hand. That's his gonads, I believe. I know that's his gonads because they're like mine, but bigger. So far, so good, I think. I mean, the only time I've done anything similar to this is I've taken roadkill pheasant off the road and done them and cooked them. I was going to cook this, but I had it off the road for too long, I think. I ain't sure that the meat would survive as long as I've had it stored in the shed, so I don't fancy eating it now. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Look at that. So I might not eat this one, but if I skin it okay, actually I might skin, well, if I do it okay, I might skin the next one, but I more care for the meat than for the skin. I'm told that, of course, It tastes like chicken. Why wouldn't it? I think I'm cutting into the meat too much as opposed to into the fur. What amazes me with the fur is how bloody tough it is. You can yank it and pull it and do all sorts, and it doesn't break. I think my scalpel's getting blunt. I might pause it in a minute, otherwise you guys are going to get pretty bored. And I think because I've taken too long to get it done, he's not skinning as easily as he might. So, because I think the head's going to be the tricky part. If you want to keep the ear, oh, it's starting to hum a little bit now. Not too bad. The first time I smelt it, I smelt worse. Believe me, I won't go there. Well, I thought it might be Ralph in doing this, but it's funny how distanced you become from the fact that it was a wild animal. Now it's just a thing I'm working on. I don't think it doesn't sort of equate in my mind that I'm actually putting what was a living being to pieces. So when our family see this video, they'll all know what they're getting for Christmas and birthdays every year. Here's a hat. Here's a pair of gloves. Here's a foot warmer. Right, let's see if I can pull this off now. Still attached too much. We're going to scrape the meat off later. Well, I'm going to have quite a big job, I think, doing that. There's as much meat on the bloody thing as I got off it. Right, here we go. Here we go. Not supposed to do that. So I'll cut his belly somehow. Now it stinks. Now it rinky dinks. Didn't want that. Never mind. I've cut his. What's that? I've cut his gizzards open. So I think I want to try and get rid of that lot. Yeah, I might giddy out. Just into the sink, I suppose, until. Just going to pause that a minute. The fact that I pulled it in half has made it very awkward. It's not really working. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try coming in from the other side sort of thing. Do it like this. Because that didn't work what I was doing because I cut his gizzards and everything popped out. Nothing, I can't sort of get it. So, can't get that lot out. So I'll just try continuing with the skin in it. I don't know. I have made a balls at this, but we'll keep going. I think if that was still attached, this would all come off. Oh, there you go. It's a bit better. I don't know what that is. Stomach, is it? Anybody watching this who does this properly is going to be saying, "What an animal!" But yeah, I'll have to go for a drive tomorrow, find another one. You never in the forest of Dean. They're like rats. You're never far away from a dead squirrel. I saw one on the wall the other day, and just about to video it, just outside the window there. And before I could switch the camera on, a car came past, so he jumped off the wall. And when I went out later on, there he was, gone, dead as a proverbial doornail. Now, I won't plan on doing this then, so I didn't take him, but I have been thinking for years that every time I see a dead one, I should take its tail. If I had done that, then I reckon I'd have 100 tails by now. At least. Because I just see them all the time. Now these little blighters, these grey ones, have basically eradicated the red ones from the UK, but in a few areas up north, I think, up Scotland way. I think these were introduced from the Americas several hundred years or something ago. Well, there's that. Now that is absolutely nothing like I saw it in the book, in the video. Lots of bits there that I don't think I should be seeing. I thought I'd be Ralphing by now, but I'm okay. There's yeah, on the video they all just pull off this lot. But not. Oh, yeah, that worked a bit. Ouch! Just got stabbed by a rib. So this is his leg. I've got to pull off. Might as well cut it. I think now might as well cut that now. Cut that now. I've made the balls of it. There you go. I think rather than making something out of this one, I'll be having a Christian burial. Float it down the River Wye, shoot some arrows into it. That's a Viking burial, isn't it? Perhaps we'll give him one of them. George, his name is, by the way, if anybody wanted to know. He's coming away, kind of. I think when it's whole, it's easier because you can grab bits and pull it, but when it's all turned into slush like this, I'm a bit stuffed. So I think I might put this on YouTube as an amateur's, very much an amateur's attempt at skinning the squirrel. But hey, I might get it done yet. But if I am going to tan this, it's going to be a lot more difficult than it should be. Because, well, like I say, the videos I've seen, the skin comes off in one little thing and there's hardly any meat on them. So, it's getting there. There's a skin. Look at that. Oop, a bit of dinner there. So I've got a skin, actually, bar this bit. Let's get this bit done and then kind of there. Ooh, what's that? I think my mate Steve will enjoy watching this. Let's just say his gorge might be rising. This is going to be a long video, fellas. I think normally watching one of these things being skinned is about 2 or 3 minutes. Well, no, five minutes. This is going to be a bit. It might have to have a sequel. Right, get in there, get in there. Now the tricky bit, I think, is the head. Because you want to try and keep the eyes, eyebrows, eyelids, or whatever, and the ears on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this away enough to do that. This is the bit where they started pulling his head off. His head out. His easy for you to say. His head inside out. There, see, that fell apart as well. Maybe he got squashed on the road. Maybe that's the problem. Of course, who knows what drove over him. Might have been a 40-ton truck. In which case, no wonder he's squashed. Now this is the bit. His eyeball fell out somewhere in the house. I don't know where that went. So if you visit and if something squashy goes between your toes, then his chances are you found the eyelid. What's that? Do they have ear bones? That's what that's like. Where's his eyeball? Over there. I want to keep his eyes in. I'll keep this because when I get my my own show on the Discovery Channel, this will be the first one I ever did. It'll be worth millions. Where's his eyes now? I think my cousin's daughter will enjoy watching this, Hazel. She's probably never going to speak to me again.